Okay, so this does look like some stolen shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. Drake did knew that they were stolen. I don't know if he's like trying to reverse psychology it, saying, well, now I know it's stolen and I know what you have. I'm gonna play off of it. That's one. But
now, Academics also came out and mentioned something that we were all concerned about, and this was the whole mole situation. We still didn't know what type of information was leaked, who was leaking it, which parts were true, which parts were lies. Was the entire picture that Kendrick used as his artwork for one of the tracks, whereas everything in that one from the mole, was it actually real? And Academics is going to go into it here in a second and explain a little bit of what he found out and the research he was able to do too.
Drake knew that these things were stolen. I think Drake
I gotta
knew
pull
that
one more
these
thing up.
things
Give me
were
one
stolen.
second.
Okay, so this does look like some stolen shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. Drake did knew that they were stolen. I don't know if he's like trying to reverse psychology it, saying, well, now I know it's stolen and I know what you have. I'm gonna play off of it. That's one. But number two.
Okay, so this is weird because it sounds like Academics said, I don't know if he's given his opinion or not. I watched probably 4 hours of his 7-hour live stream, and I wasn't hearing him saying that Drake said this, but I might have missed it. But it sounds like he's saying that Drake said that this stuff was stolen, so this is actually real. But we still don't have any proof of that. But let's keep looking.
I think Drake knew that these things were stolen. Okay, so this does look like some stolen shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. Drake did knew that they were stolen. I don't know if he's like trying to reverse psychology it, saying, well, now I know it's stolen and I know what you have. I'm gonna play off of it. That's one. But number two, when Drake says he set it up, I'm taking that to be this 11-year-old daughter thing, because from everybody I've talked to, including Drake, we can't even see any, like, we don't even know where this came from, and Kendrick said it so definitively in what was supposed to be his biggest song, which was supposed to be the biggest expose.
Okay, so we'll get to that in a second about the 11-year-old. But when it comes to this entire situation with this alleged suitcase and all the medicine that was found in this suitcase, the t-shirt or the dress shirt and the gloves, it's looking like they're saying all of this is fake. But we'll get into the 11-year-old daughter here in a second. Let me see what he's saying.
So that's the thing. That's my theory. I believe that the 11-year-old child thing from by Drake was probably either fed to Kendrick, planted. I don't know how. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how. Okay, but that is my theory.
Okay, so it wouldn't be that hard to do. What does this the person who posted this say? So Academics just proved. Okay.
Stop the cap.
Let's relax. That there was never any planted mole, and all the info that Kendrick had on Drake came from an unknown source, which puzzled Drake. Drake lied and ran with the narrative fans created. Academics didn't say that at all, and Drake hasn't come out and said that either. So let's look at this video and a couple of other pieces of content that were posted by this profile. Now, this is the Ebony Prince 2K24. All right, and this account was just created, which is another interesting fact here. But they are actually the account that posted the video that everybody is talking about, with showing that this whole account is just weird, y'all. There's a lot of weird things going on here, and we're gonna look at it here in a second. But this is the first video that they posted, and in the caption of the tweet, it says, "Number one, King Kendrick Lamar is not a liar," which is weird how they what? Why do they say King like that? I know y'all can't see it because I've got the tweet on the side, but it says, "Number one, King Kendrick Lamar is not a liar, and I am not a thief." All right. It says, "Number two, Mr. Aubrey Graham, Drake, and Mr. Livingston Allen, Academics, have until noon Monday, 5/13, to man, to retract your claim of theft, or my attorney, Miss Adrian Edward, and I will exhaust every legal option available. All right, so there's a couple of things in here that are weird. First of all, they say, number one, Kendrick Lamar is not a liar, and I'm not a thief. So we know Drake has accused Kendrick of being a liar, having false information. If someone feeds false information to you, I don't know that that makes you a liar, because you're using what information that you have that somebody else fed to you. So that makes you misinformed. It doesn't make you a liar. So I guess there's other allegations too that Drake has against Kendrick. For example, his kid, which Drake hasn't come out and said, yeah, I lied about that. And also, you know, his issues that he has with Whitney and that he's had with Whitney in the past. But for them to say, and I am not a thief, it makes it sound like this person has some history there, or there's something that has been going on in the past, which is really weird. And we'll get to the video in a second. And then it says, Mr. Aubrey Graham, Drake, and Mr. and DJ Academics have until noon Monday, 5/13 to retract your claim of theft, or my attorney, Miss Adrian Edward, and I will exhaust every legal option. Let's look at this video and see if y'all see anything weird or unusual.
I'm sorry that man is your father. Let me be honest. It takes a man to be a man. Your dad is not responsive. I look at him and wish your grandpa would have wore a condom. I'm sorry that you.
So it looks like they're showing the newspaper.
Life is hard, I know. The challenge is always gonna be the.
So this must be the news. I'm trying to see if there's a date on this newspaper. I guess that's them trying to show where they are, because I don't get what the newspaper has to do with any of this.
I'm sorry that you gotta grow up and then stand behind them. Life is hard, I know. The challenge is always gonna beat us home. Sometimes our parents make mistakes that affect us until.
All right, so there's the receipts that were showed in Kendrick's album artwork for Meet the Grams. Looks like there's one from a jewelry store, which I think this is just to show that this did come from Drake, because I saw that if you go and look up this jewelry store's information, that Drake was actually at the jewelry store around the time that this receipt was posted, which is interesting. And that's supposed to be his dad's shirt. And then it's got, all right, so this is his, it looks like it's allegedly his prescription, because it's got his name on there. Now this is for Ozempic. All right, what is Ozempic? Some of y'all may know it's a medication that's used if you have certain type of conditions, and a lot of celebrities are starting to popularize this because it helps them lose or keep off weight. You don't have as much of an appetite when you use it, and it helps you sustain a certain body type, sustain a certain weight. So I don't know if they're alleging that Drake was using Ozempic. It looks like this prescription is real. I've seen a lot of prescriptions. I would be shocked if this were something that were fabricated or not real. Also, though, this does take away, if this is true that Drake was using Ozempic, it does kind of take away the whole BBL Drizzy thing, which is kind of funny, because if he was just using Ozempic to lose the weight and keep the weight off, and he didn't actually get a procedure, then that takes away that whole BBL Drizzy thing. I mean, using Ozempic, people use and take supplements all the time. Now, this is the actual prescription, but there's another prescription. I don't know what that one's for, though. I can't see it.
Don't be ashamed of who you with. That's how he treats your moms. Don't have a kid to hide a kid to hide a kid. Be sure 5% will comprehend, but 95 is lost. Be proud of who you are.
All right, let me see. And they picked up that's a prescription for, oh yeah, I think this one's a sleep aid, if I remember right. Let's see. It's a non-bipolar receptor modular, primary used in the FDA approved short-term treatment of insomnia aimed at patients with difficulty starting sleep. Okay. I mean, yeah, no surprise there. I think it's similar to like, what did they say? Ambien, if I remember right. It's a lot of different types of sleep medicines that are similar, but I think Ambien is one of them. Now, another interesting thing is this old laptop. What could possibly be on this laptop? Because that's another thing I don't think was talked about as well. Is this laptop owned by the person that is either looks like blackmailing Drake and academics or what? But they've got this old laptop, or did it belong to the person that these items were stolen from? And if they're saying they're not a thief, how did they acquire these in the first place? This is really weird. Also, this was an interesting part of the video. Let me go back and play this. Yeah, and it also looks like they're showing some of the skyline. If you know where this is at in New York, you could probably pinpoint where it is, but it looks like this is coming from the hotel that Drake was allegedly staying in. I don't think it's allegedly now. They have proof that he was there.